I'm Matthew Morales with Uprise Real Estate Partners.
The problems I faced with previous brokerages was I had got no guidance and no direction on what to do with a client and how to get that client to the closing table. It wasn't even a lead generation problem because I had leads, but I did not know how to get them to do anything with real estate or use me as their agent. So that I lost a lot of business that way for sure. Before joining Uprise, my real estate business was not the best and not very consistent. I was closing about a deal, maybe 2 deals every year. It really wasn't very consistent. And having to deal with all these issues just gets very frustrating because you feel like you're lost in it and you have the license and you have the tools that you need, and why are you not succeeding? And really I thought it was just because there was no individualized plan for the agent. It was all based on, oh, we're going to keep recruiting more and more agents, and we're just going to do, by more agents doing more deals, maybe they can help each other. But I didn't get any support from any other agents. I didn't get support from the team leaders. You could call and ask questions and it'd take them like 24 hours to respond to your questions, and it was just very, very difficult when I needed an answer for a transaction that I was actively trying to close. When I came across Uprise, it was a different experience. I had someone sit me down and ask me what my goals were and where I was trying to go with my business, and I had never sat down and written out a game plan of where to start and what my goals financially, personally, and spiritually were. And sitting down and starting the process of bi-weekly reviews was very, it helped grow my skill set, it helped grow me as a person, it just helped grow me overall, and I wasn't expecting that. Uprise really intrigued me because they took a very personal approach. They weren't telling me about their top sales agents, they weren't telling me about the overall brokerage sale numbers. They were asking me about my personal goals, what I've already accomplished in my real estate business, what systems and processes I had in place, and gauging where I was with my business to set a personalized game plan of how to get to these next level goals, and it really works. At Uprise, I noticed that we started with training, and they trained me the right way to effectively communicate with my clients, to identify their goals, and not just focus on selling them a property, but sell them the right property. The culture at Uprise holds me accountable for what goals I set out to try to hit. They make sure that I do hit those goals. We do bi-weekly reviews, and that helps focus on my mental, physical, and emotional ability to be able to help others buy their properties, make sure that my mind is right so I can help someone else deal with the biggest transaction of their life. Uprise was truly life-changing. It definitely increased my business in ways that I never thought were possible. I had seen realtors producing, 20, 30 houses a year, and I was dreaming about, one day in the next 5 years, I'd love to be able to do that. And then when Adam told me, hey, why don't you do that in the next year? It's really, you realize that yourself is your only limit, and Uprise helped me identify that. Uprise helped me the most, surprisingly, just with personal growth. I wasn't expecting that from brokerage ever, to help me with managing emotions and keeping a calm demeanor through a lot of difficult times through a transaction. When you realize that all problems have a solution, and just because you don't know that solution in the moment because you haven't faced that problem before, it can be really frustrating. But once you face enough problems, it just becomes more natural and fluid, and Uprise really helped me identify that it's not the problem that's making you frustrated, it's that you don't know the answer yet that's making you frustrated, and you've never had to work through this problem before. So once you have that support system that can help you find the answer you need, it's really life-changing. At Uprise, I was able to achieve things that I never could imagine. I used to work full-time running a Leslie's Pool Supplies, and ran that for about 7 years. During that time, I was building my real estate business, but it was never to a sustainable point, and I couldn't get it to be a consistent form of income for myself to comfortably leave my job. And this year, I was blessed to be able to make enough to justify leaving my job. By June of this year, I had exceeded 100,000 in commissions, and it was crazy to see. And when you notice that something is paying that much and your other job isn't paying nearly as much, it was definitely worth jumping into full time. And now that I've gone into full time real estate and I've taken on more training from Uprise and I'm using my systems and processes that we have in place, my real estate business has exploded and I should be exceeding $250,000 this year in commissions. Some of the benefits I've received at Uprise have been the one-on-one training and coaching. Adam is great and he gives me lots of wisdom, lots of tips, and lots of mentorship that I hadn't received before. Having a mentor that you can rely on is key for this because they remind you of your goals, they remind you not to get disturbed by any interferences or any difficult transactions, and that everything will pass and you can get through it and help your client out. And having that voice of confidence to back you on any decisions you make is kind of priceless. For other realtors that are nervous about switching brokerages or looking for a change, I would just look at your past 2 years and see if you're multiplying the deals that you're doing. If you're not doubling your business every 2 years, you're at the wrong place, because you can be doubling your business, you can get more referrals, you can get more business, and you're not getting the proper guidance if you feel that you're not hitting the goals that you've set out to, someone's not there to support you hitting those goals. So.